Hi everyone, Duda from Hey Help. Welcome to another video update. First of all, thank you so much for all the feedback since my last video about setting up the AI provider for Hey Help users. What we're probably going to do is to have a bit of a compromise in the middle. So we have a default provider, which is very important for the less tech savvy users. So it's straightforward onboarding, very easy, and that's all set up for you. And then as an optional advanced setting, we're still going to keep having the flexibility of allowing certain users to either change provider or for some other reason, if you have a premium account and you want to plug your API key in. So we're still going to allow this flexibility, which we think is very important. All right, so now moving on, you can see here in my screen a little bit of a behind the scenes work. So we've been testing our AI tagging agent for a few weeks now. As you guys know, we have this workflow that like an email comes into Gmail. We're going to get that thread. We're going to analyze a couple of things. The first email, the last emails for to get some context on that back and forth conversation. We're going to tag it, and then here in my case I'm sending to a Google Sheets, but in real life it will go to Gmail. So one last thing that we're working on is exactly the back and forth, because sometimes if I receive an email, that's an action required, but then if I reply to it, that changes to maybe awaiting a reply. And then if someone replies back to me just saying okay fine, then is resolved. So I have 3 different tags in a conversation, and that back and forth re-categorization, that's the what we're doing now before opening access to our first batch of early users next week, which we're super excited to do and very close. So one last thing that I want to show, I don't think I did in the last week, is the auto archive. So you guys are familiar with it, the labels we're creating in Gmail. And then in the auto archive, we are starting very simple. So we're giving the user the option to select which one of the categories they want to skip their inboxes and go straight into the folders, and which ones they want to go to their boxes. So in my case, personal case, I like to use it like this, to have the action required, FYI, and notifications to go to my inbox, because I like giving them immediate attention. But anyway, the idea is to give users the flexibility to choose how they want their inbox to work. So that's all for today. We're on countdown mode. Hopefully early next week we're sharing the first version to the users. Remember, we have this lifetime deal, $99 for forever access to these features that we're presenting here. Moving on, the next thing we're working, starting literally from today, is the smart reply. So we are making sure that the first stage of categorization is very well done and well shaped, because obviously that is very important for the next step. That is only for the action required emails. We're going to write the draft replies for them, and only for the awaiting reply emails we're going to plan some smart follow-ups on top of them. So we need to make sure that this first step is very crisp. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next update, which is probably going to be the version and the steps to set up and getting started with a help. Thank you. Bye bye.